Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. Dogbo333 and welcome back, to Hearts of Iron 4, New Order Last Days of Europe as, well, Komi. I'm not going to pronounce that, we all know it's Komi. On the last video, we took out the front, we took out the, Vyatkins, and, unfortunately we didn't get credit for taking out Vyatkins, Samara did. A few days proceeded, and it looks like there have been some strange mutinies over the Samoan border. I don't know what happened there. Oh, oops. Also over the break, David fucking Sterling won. So that's interesting. But anyway, who dares wins? And we're gonna dare to win. God damn it. We dare to win. Sorry. Air holding up, by the way. Oh, those frames are killing me. It's contested. Sort of winning. But, sort of not as well. So for no cores on this. They don't have cores on that. They really have cores on the Samoan Heartland. I was wondering how much was going to change and how much was going to stay the same. I think something that has stayed the same is that Samara takes fucking forever to core anything. So, if you want to take them out, your best bet is going to sneak all the way down here and take this big cluster of victory points. Some things never change. And so, yeah. Slow shit down. See if that'll do it. Got Marshall on Indonesia. Sure is interesting. Oh, Boris the Third flees Bulgaria. That's interesting. Let's get working on these robotics. Autosave or major event? Just autosave, okay. Show me restores order over. End of the South African War. What ends up happening? Boers prevail a little bit. A bit of a fail for the OFN. No, I did not. Simply, no, I did not click on you to do that. Huh. So not cores on any of this, so... I don't get why these are trucks and the rest are vans. That's just weird to me. But, I guess I shouldn't ask questions I don't want the answers to. As a wise woman once said. Good old Mrs. Puff. I don't know if you guys expected that reference in this, in a video like this, but, you got it. A SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom reference. Oh. Old Jumbo's in office. Okay. Chaos in the Horn of Africa. Oh! I know that guy. This guy doesn't want to fucking die. Annoyingly enough. Started to move into his, core territory. So if we can, if we can prevent that from fucking getting cut off. Please. Wars versus Euro League. Fuck off. Oh. Hold on, I'm getting some, I'm just getting some reports now. Yeah, I'm getting reports of mass mutinies all across the Samoan front. They're defying all logic and reason. Some of them are gonna outright die, but they don't care. Yeah, sorry, I just really wanted. I just really wanted to, just get this going. Get to more of the, juicy content. Gamer Street being formed in South Africa. Not South Africa, but around the border of South Africa. And that should be it. Yep. Got all those mechanical plants. Next we'll do Mistaken Republic. Komi Republic, for all its talk of democracy, was founded by a former Soviet in a Soviet city. Legacy for Reds surrounds Syktyvkar like a cloud of insects ever present, impossible to ignore. Our children will grow up in a traditionalist nation, a Russia freed from the mistakes and atrocities of Bolshevism, and they deserve a capital unstained by the USSR. The recent liberation of Vyatka, the stronghold of the would-be Tsar, the monarchists under Tabaretsky crowned long and loud to make it our new capital. The idea's merit has possessed a more centralized location, better infrastructure, and a lack of overt Soviet history. A few strokes of the pen and some new offices, Vyatka will become the new heart of Russia reborn. I mean, okay. Critical level of civilian chaos. What? Well, chill. How about that? Guess I didn't think of that. Infantry, art. That's all we can really do right now to edit these. That's okay, I guess. Destroy these guys. And it looks like change division templates. Sergei Tabaritsky's latest proposal made waves. Ever since the conquest of Vyatka, he's been proposing the capital of the provisional government be moved from Ust-Solovsk. However, many have taken offense to this. Some feel that it feeds the ego of monarchists too much, while others feel there's no need for it. However, there's a final category of people opposed to the proposal. It's those who do not wish to move. Artyom and his family, or of this category specifically. An aged deputy who frequently spent hours away from home, his wife and children have done their best to adhere to his busy schedule. And now this, Tabaritsky, standing in the assembly floor giving a speech, partially composed, partially raving. Minister to hours, Artyom was barely paying attention to the debate on the floor. Where would he and his family live? How would he explain the move to the children? They had friends here, and they would not be pleased to hear their father telling them that they had to pack it up and leave their life behind. And what of his wife? Valentina had done her best to stay by his side, no matter the long nights he was away, but what would he tell her? He already knew the news, but what was he going to say? Eventually, the debate ended, and the time came to go home. Artyom walked calmly and opened the door before moving into the living room. They were waiting. They were watching. What news? Valentina asked, and Artyom opened his mouth to speak. Pack your things. Captain looks to Vyatka. And then the final words. The end of provisional government looms, lines being drawn ever more firmly as the primary leadership candidates make their last appeals to voting membership. There are no more debates to be had, no more backroom deals to be made. 4 men will each make a final speech, and then the decision. The only other question to be decided is who will be the one to speak last. It's most desired position in the order of speeches by our 4 candidates, and whoever secures it will have gained both the prestige of a small victory, the perceived benefit of having the last word before the vote. Who will it be? As if we don't know. Make sure we got that done. Get some more civvy factories. We'll get some air going. Early fighters. Early close air support. Got it going. No divisions of basic training. Well, let's change that. Location in Mazen. Do we have any loot lying about? We don't. We also don't need loot at this point. Western Pleasant. The rest of these guys have fled the country. Do some stuff like that. Oh, there goes that Colombian thing. Colombian Civil War resumes. Sorry, I think my initial assumption was wrong. I think, ironically enough, the OFN supports South American socialists in this conflict, at least. Go figure. And now the last convention. The Ural's in our hand, destiny has come knocking. The right must have one leader, one vision for the future of Russia. Time for division, for sectarian squabbling is over. One final convention will be held, one last meeting of the minds. The crossroads of provisional government face an uncertain future. Will Russia be united under conservatism, Eurasianism, monarchism, whatever Ordo-socialism is? The answer is clear to anyone watching. As the cabinet slowly filled, one candidate for leadership's minions, sycophants have made themselves known. As the contenders sharpen their knives, the provisional government waits in its hushed, dreaded silence. I want to check. Do we get different? We do get different cabinet members as this goes along. Okay. Wow. That is interesting. Shafarevich allowed himself to feel a moment of triumph and relief. Mirroring many politicians currently seen in the National Assembly in attire, it was only his smile, confident pose, and own charisma that made him stand out. Politicians were common, but was required a certain skill and deftness to truly take advantage. It was fortunate he'd been able to do so. Shafarevich shuddered to think what could have happened if the Eurasianists, or the Socialists, or, God forbid, Tabaritsky's lunatics somehow managed to gain power. Fortunately, such futures were avoided, as he saw his allies seat in every important position in the provisional government. One that would not be provisional for much longer. A new chapter of Komi approaches. Shafarevich began his address to the assembly. The journey has been long, arduous, and difficult road. It's cost us family, friends, and countrymen. We must never forget those who were lost in the unfortunate violence and chaos. There's no better way to honor them but to move forward and build a better future. Motion to those present. We honor them by embodying the principles of this republic. We honor them by rectifying the mistake of the past and looking to the future. We together reject the chaos, division, and rationality that infected our politics previously. The nation we have built, this new constitution written, it is because of a shared vision. A vision of stable, prosperous, lawful, and free nation. He smiled as the assembly rose to already applaud him. Sounds growing louder. Today, this new chapter begins. Today, we are united. Today, Komi. Tomorrow, Russia. Wonderful. It looks like we cannot go ahead, and I guess we can't do that until we finish reunification tree, which makes sense, honestly. And that is not the Democrats anymore, but I don't know what happened there. There's a lot of stuff happening in the stands that I don't fully understand. Ooh, the frames. Oh no. Help. How are we doing? We have bloated reserves, really. Let's go ahead and invest fees into government then. Well, there we are. The Assembly expected two outcomes in the meeting. The expected outcome was that Gumilov would enter his guide of national revolution as emerged as president. After all, was he not the father of a provisional government? The underdog story was Shafarevich, compassionate conservative, as he styled himself. Shafarevich had been the young face of a nationalist right, and he expected to have a long career in front of him. Of course, events changed all that, and suddenly Shafarevich found himself not a second in command to one faction among many, but second in leaders of the provisional government. When the vote count was finished, and Shafarevich was officially named president of the provisional government, the remaining opposition of the National Assembly fluttered with confusion and mild surprise. It was nowhere near the shock of what would happen from a Serov or Tabaritsky victory, but was enough to surprise many. As men and women of the Assembly filed out, Shafarevich took a moment to savor his victory. Soon, he could really get to work. An unexpected outcome. Not to us, though. And now, let's hit the button. The West Russian Republic. Sorta. Okay. Let's see, overextended, get some bonuses overall. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Let's do Patriotic Russian Army. Our men have triumphed. West Russia is now under control of a proper Russian government. One invests in the welfare of the Russian people, defense of our nation from any threat. Growing territorial ambition must be reflected by the new name of our armed forces. Patriotic Russian Army, so shall be known, will march from the depths of Siberia to defend Russians from those who would oppress them. When the time comes, our attention will shift west. If decadent Germans continue to tyrannize our people. Spectacular. It's all coming along pretty well. Let's get some better motorized equipment. Assault direct operations. We've done enough, I'm sure. Let's look at this. Sovereign Democratic Party has a reputation as an unstable big tent operation. One unit guided by patriotism and hawkishness rather than a coherent political position. A single vision for Russia. A re-election of... That, I don't think we're supposed to have that. Oh, no. That is... We'll just not look at that. Let's get some academic funding. Failed military coup in Ecuador. Sucks to suck. Oh! Reds. Well, what now? I think there's something supposed to be happening out in Finland. Russian soldiers, true to the heart, must defend his nation at all costs. Everything else is secondary. The Russian people, our way of life is infinitely superior to that of other cultures. The state is a people, and therefore, to ensure the survival of a nation, must protect the state. The world is large, it's cruel, it's also deadly. As an infantryman, you must be prepared to enter fatal combat, be willing to accept your wound and death, but also be strong of heart, never flee the field, nor desert your comrades. Furthermore, desertion is one of the highest slights one can inflict on the Russian nation. By retreating, you are helping the enemy will be punished as a traitor deserves. Remember, by betraying the state, either due to moral and ideological reasons, you're betraying the Russian nation and contributing to your demise. Be prepared to give your life to the state. Huh. Let's go ahead and do... Let's do the moral economy. Once it was assumed the free market could govern the appetites of Russia. Perhaps in a vacuum this would have been viable, but the greed of the basest of men within our society and the malevolence of those without exploit this system. Russia's wealth, the peasantry, and the rural family were impoverished as urbanites glutted themselves on excesses so shameful they were almost fetishistic. But no more. To safeguard our economy from past successes and groom it for the future, we'll institute labor rights and limit wage controls over key necessities. Strict background checks for those who might have a reason to exploit the innocent. Welfare programs, poverty relief programs. Let's do some poverty relief programs. At least it's better than them shooting each other. Well, Armenia's rising up, and democracy returns to Italy. I think it's about time for us to end it here, folks. Did some good work. I'm not really sure what's supposed to happen from here, but we'll wait and see, won't we? Anyway, thanks always for watching. Liked if you liked it, dislike if you didn't. Leaving comments, feedback, concern down in the comment section below. I read all the comments again. Appreciate any all feedback you have for me. Check out my various links down in the description box below. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.